You're listening to What's Your Damage? The world's best Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition narrative-heavy actual play podcast inspired by Filipino mythology. We release new episodes at least every other week, sometimes more if we're feeling spicy. And now, on to the show.
Last time on What's Your Damage?
All right. Well, I'm going to go to my room because I chopped down that tree, and I'm going to hand over our secrets.
I don't really know if this counts as
No one knows that
I'm looking for something.
have no memories.
I don't think I'll ever live up to my big sister's
If I
I'm
don't
a hero.
reputation.
put my secret
My
in
name
here,
is
then
Griselda Capone.
I'm told
I'm pretty sure
that I'm gonna die.
I'm supposed to be saving the world right now.
I'm really afraid
And I am the cleric of
that
Fosdan.
I'll actually find
And I have no idea what I'm
I'm
doing.
okay with that.
it, and he won't know me.
I am sorry that I've brought this to our door, literally.
No, I'll come with you while you wait for what happens next.
The sun grows low into the sky, and eventually night falls. Kampa, who has acted as your guide through this, he's been less talkative than he was in the morning, more focused on looking at the affects of Drifting Leaf, the adventurer. It is about to be midnight. Kampa says, "All right, we should all head to our rooms." As he goes to Jer's room, and he says, "It will come for you. You need only give the jar. We've all done our part. This is yours." He looks at the frankly startled young man. As Jer looks at him, he nods solemnly, but Verseverin, you see him look at you with pleading eyes, and in that silent glance, it says, "Please help me in case I'm not strong enough."
I give him a reassuring nod.
As he falls on his bed, just sitting with the jar in his lap, putting his whole body around it, trying to protect it for what is to come. Does the group return to their original rooms?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wobbles will.
And Wobbles, are you going to stay in your...
Treasure chest, yes.
Okay, perfect. So you're going to be at the treasure chest at the foot of Jer's bed.
Sure.
Okie doke.
Probably has better smelling feet than a druid, no offense.
And wear shoes, so it makes sense.
And then Lily, you too?
Yeah. Yeah, she'll go back to her room with Annalise.
As it grows ever darker still, she looks at you, Luewe, and says, "I gotta do something." As she rushes out of the room.
I'll come with you.
As you join her, she rushes back to where Kampa is, and she gives him a big hug around the neck before returning back.
Okay, admittedly, I thought we were going to go get into shenanigans.
Oh. Kampa says, tomorrow night's a fantastic night for shenanigans. Not this one.
Okay. Okay.
Once a teenling, always a teenling.
And then, Riz, you go back to your room as well?
Yes.
Okie doke. As it strikes midnight, all of the lights in the inn go dark all at once. And as Annalise is looking out the window, Lily, you notice that a cloud covers the moonlight, so even that distant celestial body is not casting any glow. It is the darkest dark that you've experienced probably since being suddenly awoken in this inn. Nobody can sleep. Nobody wants to say anything. They just want to endure what is to come. And because of how silent it is, you can hear distantly the front door starting to turn. You hear the hinge squeak. A soft bump of the door against the wall. You know that it is open. You don't hear any footsteps. However, you can see a ghastly green glow as you look underneath the door, and the glow is lightest right in front of Verseverin, Wobbles' and Jer's door. You can hear the flicker and the licks of flame coming from whatever this is. As Wobbles, inside your treasure chest, you feel on your hand at first what it feels almost like a seed, and a heavy root suddenly seems to spring forth quickly and crazily in this moment. What would you like to do?
I scream as loud as I can and pop out of this chest.
Fair. So for Severin,
Whoa.
as you can hear the sound of stone shaking, you would guess that it is Jer shivering in this moment, and you catch the smell, Perseverin, an ancient scent. It is a scent that is reminiscent of when water first met land, when roots first started to grow in the soil of Anisino. You know that as long as there has been earth, and as long as that earth has housed kin, folk, and kind, there have been secrets. And at the foot of the bed, taking up the majority of the room, is the Dilimaapo. It is an enormous creature.
Except louder.
Wobbles can see the creature, the Dilimaapo.
He was screaming with his eyes closed, then he opened his eyes and the screaming got louder.
Well, first we were screaming at the roots. And then the creature's scarier than roots.
What the roots became. As you can see the creature, it is made fully of roots and bark, and they have woven together to create what appears to be a ghastly visage, that which underlies all kin and folk of a skull. Its eyes, although as dark as obsidian, have a small glow in the dark, and you know those eyes are focused on Jer Peridot. You hear the stone start to shake more and more and more as it extends its enormous hand. Jer is unmoving. He is petrified. Okat, you are sharing a wall with Jur, you can actually hear the jar shaking. And it says, "Give me what is mine, or I will take what is yours." Jur is unmoving.
Ancient One, dark and powerful, we have the Jar of Secrets here.
Let the one who destroyed my home give it to me.
I'm going to use my telepathy. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Get it together, man. Don't hold out your hand. Hold out your hands with the jar.
I'm going to roll a con check for him, and I'm going to give him a bonus because you're telling him, like, you got to get it together, my guy.
That doesn't look good. It depends if that's advantage or disadvantage. There was like a 12 and a 1.
Thankfully.
Oh, I wasn't going to do something unless I rolled well, but I got a nat 20 on a con check. I want to cast Minor Illusion to give this thing like a goofy face to ease the tension for Jur.
So you're going to cast Minor Illusion over the creature's face to try to give Jur like...
You're like, oh,
That's scary.
This isn't a horrifying creature. It's just a silly big guy.
With big naturals. That'll get him.
Yeah.
That'll calm Jur down. We install the Dilimaapo big natural spawn.
That's why he likes Okot.
Exactly.
What does the silly face look like?
So this thing has kind of like a skull face, right?
It does.
So I make it like a sugar skull, but then like super happy. And then, yeah, I'm going to go with like huge, like almost as big as Okot's.
Almost. I like that this thing is the size of a room, and you're like, not as big as Okot's, though.
They're not canonically huge.
Right. How would Jur react to this? All of a sudden, I think the other rooms here start emanating from Jur's. Almost this weird mixture of laughter and absolute terror. You have given him the giggle terror fits. For Severin, you see the jar is moving ever so slightly towards the creature, seemingly emboldened by this crazy display that Wobbles has put on. He reaches out and puts the jar into the creature's enormous hand. You can see that the creature's hand is as big as...
It's tits. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
8 of Jur's hands could fit inside this creature's one hand. As he hands it over, it opens its gaping maw, and you see roots extending out and reaching for the jar as it takes in your secrets. You can hear the squeak of a wheelchair, and you get the sense that Kampa has come to see what is going on. With a quick move of his hand, the illusion has been dispelled around it, Wobbles, and there is no knockers, no sugar skull. There is only this creature. Its face is contorted, no longer just a skull, but of pure, unadulterated fury. The roots, which had been just regular roots, now have grown spikes. As it says, there are no secrets here. You have lied to me.
Untrue. Everyone put a secret in that jar.
Then the jar is faulty. It does not hold any secrets. -1.
What can cause the jar to be faulty? We, in good earnest intent, followed the instructions.
Your intentions are not my concern. As suddenly, 4 of the green floating skulls enter the room. There is now a light upon all of you as you can see this creature in its awesome glory. And I'm talking about awesome how it used to be, which is terror.
I don't like it.
Yes. As you hear Kampa say, if there is something wrong with the jar, then it was my error. You can hear the creature turning its neck. You hear the snap and strain of roots moving as it now peers at Kampa. Kampa Ong of the first snow. It is unlike you to make mistakes, but entirely possible. What if they get you the Capre secret? And I volunteer my life tonight. Give them until tomorrow.
No. We have the secrets. We can give you these secrets now.
What has been offered as recompense is the soul of a Pahong and a Capre's secret. I accept that bargain. Lily, you see that Annalise has been listening to this. As soon as you hear the creature say that it accepts Kampa's offer, she is running out that door.
I mean, Lily would have been running out the door the second that Kampa said it was his fault if we'd actually been able to hear it. Lily's putting herself directly between Kampa and this thing.
Riz, Oka, what would you like to do in this?
What all have we been able to hear?
You have definitely heard that the jar was empty.
Mm-hmm.
You have heard Kampa's bargain.
Okay. Yeah, I think if we've heard the bargain and that, Riz is also out the fucking door.
Okay, and then Okat?
Yeah, Okat's hot on Riz's heels.
Okay, so we have the group has rallied around Kampa as the creature is coming for him. Wobbles Verseverin, what would you like to do in this moment?
What are these little things in the room?
They are the glowing skulls that first entered. They hover mysteriously and ominously.
I'm just gonna be like in a vigilant ready stance. I guess I'm readying an action to strike if these things try and get me.
Totally. Makes sense. Absolutely. How about you, Verseverin?
I'm gonna threaten this thing.
Okay, hit me with it.
You can't take his life. We fulfilled the bargain. I guess it's not so much of a threat.
Instead.
Yeah. Get him.
Woo!
I'm calling a lawyer.
I want to speak to your manager.
Instead of turning its head to look at you, Verseverin, you can hear the quickly growing roots as it creates a second face behind it, looking at you. Your words, though impassioned, don't seem to have moved the creature. It seemingly glides across the floor, except for the scraping of its roots against the wood.
The closer it gets, the more Lily's throat begins to glow.
As it looks at you, Lily, it says, "Wish to douse me in fire, little one?"
Not a wish. I'm going to do it if you take another step.
Let us see how your fire meets the old magics. As he takes his step.
Yeah, blasting breath to the face. Or attempted.
Yeah, absolutely. And Lily, all of a sudden, you see in that brief firelight his cloak that he is adorned in, as it reaches like shadows to cover the light, extinguishing it.
Mother trucker.
I mean, seeing that, I think her eyes widen a little to narrow, but she's holding her ground.
I have no doubt that she is. As Kampa says, "Please, please, please, please,
It wasn't
no.
your fault. It's mine.
It was solely my
No,
fault.
I'm the one who's broken, not you.
You don't say that."
It's true, though.
I think that's the first time that you've heard, like, Kampa be real upset about something. He is angry that you said that you were broken, Lily. You suddenly feel his hand touch your wrist. There are many people left to help. Your story doesn't end here.
But if the jar didn't work, then it was my fault.
It wasn't. It wasn't. As Annalise says, it wasn't your fault, Lily.
She's trembling, but she's not moving.
The creature takes another step, its vines cracking and breaking and creating a Lily-sized hole for him to just walk past.
Riz puts herself in front of Lily.
Yeah, the creature is still gonna keep going.
Yeah, I think last second, Lily will turn, grab Annalise, and just pull her into a hug. Away, like a step away from the creature.
As the creature stands behind Kampa, who looks especially small in this moment. I would say that Riz and Verseverin, one thing that you know about hospitality in Harmony is that to welcome someone into your home is to take responsibility for them. You are all guests in Kampa's home. You know that he views it as his necessary duty to protect his guests He thinks for a moment as he says, "Find the Capre. Get it to confess who it loves. Go to the Balete tree. Be safe. Take care of each other." The Dilimaapo says, "It is time. Kampaang of the first snow. Rise." Kampa rises, and the creature, the skulls, and Kampa are gone.
Did we win?
No.
Something was wrong with the jar. I think said there was only one secret in it.
Which one?
Didn't think to ask.
I don't think that fucking matters.
It wasn't playing fair.
May Dream guide him to the Black River, and may he walk the path again.
Does anyone know what a caprice is?
Not a fucking clue.
That doesn't sound familiar to me. The Balate tree. Cambrai, no.
Maybe we can find something in here in the books.
Annalise.
Yeah, I don't think she's in much for.
Yeah, I imagine Lily has her just, if Annalise is letting her, just tucked against her right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she definitely does. You can feel her shaking, but you also, I think, Lily, I don't know how your familiarity with anger, but you get the strong feeling of an unyielding anger growing inside of her. She whispers into your collarbone, "I know what a Capre is. I know how we can find him."
Okay. Do you want to come with us this time? Can you fight?
She suddenly grabs a stick that's right underneath the lights here, and she breaks away from you to throw it at the back wall out of pure anger at what's happened. I'm sorry.
You had nothing to be sorry for. And you're a good shot. Let's find you something real to hit, okay?
I know how to. I need a cleric.
Yeah.
Can I? She thinks about it for a moment, and she always wears like a high-necked garment. She undoes her garment a little bit, and she pulls it down just so it goes beneath her collarbone. And she has what appears to be several eyes lining her collarbone.
Like tattoos or like extra eyeballs?
Extra eyeballs.
Oh. Okay, thanks.
Her
Now I know.
her eyes are up there.
Yes, no impact. In my homeland, I was hunted because I'm a tiefling first and foremost, but my mother said that I had the Daligmata's sight. Mistress Delise in Basprenel. She's the first and foremost medium with the Daligmata. I learned from her for a little bit. The Daligmata can find any lost soul, any soul that you may want to find.
So you can find what we need. Perfect.
I can't do it alone, though.
What you need?
a quiet room and just to hold your hands.
Okay.
I think instead of returning to her room, I think she would want to do this in Kampa's room if that works for
Yeah,
Riz.
Riz will do whatever.
Okay, as the two of them go into Kampa's room, I will say do as Riz was going through her Farstandian vision, this life was one of the most blocked ones. Oh. However, you, with your third eye opened, you saw this life. So now you retain everything that's happened here.
Oh, adorable. Oh, good. Yay, trauma for later. Whee!
However,
I think they'll, like, if they sit down and, like, before they hold hands, I think she will lean in and say, okay, I'm not sure how this is going to work or anything because I've never done this before. But if you see, like, a weird little freak, one, I'm sorry, and two, just go with it.
I do have eyeballs on my collarbone, so I think I'm, like, fairly okay with freaks.
Yeah, but, I mean, listen. That and him?
That's true. You think you've met freaks before.
Yeah.
You haven't met Farstand.
That, I mean, not gonna lie, it's not, it's not super normal. Obviously, it's not like usual. It's not something that you see all the time, but like, we can deal with it, right? Him being, in my deity, unfortunately, he's something else, and there's no describing it. So if you kind of run into him in the mix of this, apologies. And if he says weird shit, just smile and nod. That's what I do half the time. More than half the time, honestly. Anyway.
I think as you were telling her this and she takes your hands, she just very quietly says, I like you.
Oh, thanks, kid. And I don't need you to do anything. You don't need me to, like, do a spell.
I'm just going to need your magical energies for a little bit.
You got it.
The Dilimaapo is also a deity of a kind. I don't have inherent magical abilities, so I kind of have to.
You gotta, like, borrow it. That makes sense. Yeah, got it. You can't make your own, so store bought is fine. Sure.
I adore Riz's deep practicality in this moment. As she takes your hands and she closes her eyes. While they are doing this, what is everybody else up to?
I was still in the room because I'm focused on potential sabotage of the jar because I'm maybe lightly paranoid sometimes. And if it's all well and good that we've got a new thing to do, but if somebody intentionally sandbagged us here, it doesn't matter that we have a path forward because whoever it is could sandbag us again.
True. Yeah. So how would you like to act on that?
Oh, I don't know if it's my turn. I was just saying that's what I was up to.
More than fair. Wobbles Lily Okan.
Sounds like it might as well be your turn, Doug, because none of us have any idea.
So what I'm doing is I'm going to find the jar. I'm going to see if I can detect anything in the jar. I probably can do ritual detect magic on it.
I'll interpose that Lily is probably leaning in the door to his room, like holding herself and watching him inspect the jar, just like side-eyeing it like nobody's business, with her tail just kind of lashing behind her.
If only I knew a detective.
Tell me about it.
Oh, wait. Thinking of my wrong character. Hold on. I can't ritual cast. I got no detect magic.
I'll do a quick Arcana check on this, just see if I can figure something out.
I do have detect magic, but yeah. I mean, all hands on jar here.
And I got a 22 for just Arcana check.
So you can see that Jur has his head in his hands as he is just repeating to himself over and over, I got Compa killed. I'm such a...
I tried real hard not to blame him for the jar. Yet.
What I've been trying to get at here is that, like, Compa being a Pahong is an Eladrin of the oldest families. Lily would feel this especially, like, it's an older magic. You can feel that that old magic is wrapped around the jar. Like, it should hold everything that it was meant to. Compa did what he was supposed to do. He created the perfect vessel to hold your secrets. The only thing is that there was something else inside the jar.
Something else, you mean something metaphysical versus like somebody put a ring in it and they're like, this is my secret ring. Somebody did something non-secretive into the jar.
And there is another ping of magic that isn't Compass, and you can hear it scraping inside the jar as a physical object.
Oh. Well, I guess I would reach in to try and grab it.
You pick up the charm, I would say, which looks, strangely enough, like a smiling mask and a frowning mask.
I see. Oddly disturbing. Tickles the back of my brain. Don't know. Is this something that's troublesome, or should I cover my whole college wall in them? Maybe attach some ribbons to them.
That took about 10 minutes, right, Doug?
Yeah. Let's call it an even 12 and 30 seconds.
I love that exactness. Thank you.
Thank you.
Over the course of that, I think Lily moved in, climbed onto the bed with Jer, and just gently pulled him into her arms.
You didn't do anything wrong. You were very good.
Wish I could believe you. Riz, Annalise is holding your hands lightly. The room is still dark. You can see a bit of the moonlight, but as she closes her eyes, you can feel her using your magic as that jumpstart that she needs. I mean, she's pulling on a deep internal part of you. She's pulling, it's almost like taffy where it's stretching so that she can take a little bit of it herself. Suddenly, you see eyes start to appear in the back corner of the room behind Annalise. Several eyes suddenly sprouting and growing on this black form. It's vaguely humanoid shape, long, seemingly black hair made of shadows. It is on the wall, and it is crawling its way towards Annalise and you. Its face, which only contains eyes, rises behind the young girl as its arms reach around her and over you to seemingly capture you in an embrace. What would you like to do?
For now, I'll let it happen. But I'm on guard.
Yes, I completely understand this as it captures you in its arms. Suddenly you hear Annalise's clear but quiet voice. Show us the capre. The creature holds you in that stillness as suddenly several of its eyes start to blink and move around, looking, searching. Somehow, through magical means, it's searching throughout the world, throughout realms, to find what Annalise has requested. The eye that is closest to you, Riz, suddenly fixes, and you see the pupil go into a pinpoint, knowing exactly where it is. You feel a sudden slight jolt in Annalise, and you feel that magic energy that she doesn't have but can kind of request from you. She's trying to flow it back to you. This is the point where Riz in the future sees this. This is where Riz of now sees where the capre is. She sees a Carabawan man in the swamps conversing with an Eldrin woman with black hair. Silently standing beside her is a young Eldrin man. The Carabawan seems to be at ease, nearly smiling. You know where it is, Riz. You don't know these swamps, but deep inside you, you can get there. And you know that to get there, there are some perilous swamps ahead. The world returns to normal, and Annalise is still holding onto your hands. Her grip gets lighter as you see she is about to fall.
Riz is very large and she is very small. So I don't think that it's difficult for Riz to just have like one hand still holding hers and then to just lean forward and just our other arm around her back and then just kind of like keep her from falling and then just kind of like throw her into her arms and then just kind of turn her and so that she's in her lap.
Yeah, and as you are holding her in your lap, she is completely slack. You hear one phrase from her, which is, Mistress Delise said there was a part of me that wasn't my own. I want it back.
I think Riz will just kind of like pet her hair. We'll see what we can do about that, kid. We should always be our own. And she'll just sit with her for a while.
Yeah, and I think as she is unconscious, she just snuggles into you.
Yeah. Big sister Riz.
You can tell.
Thank you for listening to What's Your Damage, Series 2, featuring Kate Ingram as Riz Parcheesi, Ray Palmer as Liwewe Igbiani, Douglas Gale as Perseverin Oathbreaker, Parker Postini as Wobble Swaggletop, Sadie Blake as Okot, and Elliot Rose is our Dungeon Master, creator of the world of Onisino and most of its problems. Audio engineering and music arrangement by Sadie Blake, with sincere thanks to the many creators at looperman.com and freesound.org, whose sound effects and samples have ended up lining this week's Auditory Magpie Nest.
Her eyes are up there.